privilege just the last couple of years of having one of the greatest meetings the Lord ever let me have in Bombay, India. And just before getting there, I'd studied much of their nation, found out that the Medo-Persians that took Babylon from Belteshazzar, their tribe settled up there, and it's called the Hindus today. And then I was reading in their paper, and I have the clipping of it yet today, something that was startling. When I read something that seems to have a spiritual significance, I like to keep it. For God never moves unless it means something. And I was reading that where they said in their paper, they just had a great earthquake that shook a great part of their country. You read that in your own American papers about 2 years ago. And it was said for about 2 or 3 days before this earthquake struck, a great strange thing took place. That all the sheep and the cattle that used to hang around the walls in India, instead of having fences, they have walls. And their barns are made of stone, many of them. And where the cattle would stand around in the shade of the wall, all the cattle and the sheep took off to the middle of the field. And the little birds that had their nest up in the coves of the barns flew away out into the forest before the earthquake happened, because the walls would fall on them. There was no one to drive them out. There was no literal sign to show that there was an earthquake coming. But being that God takes care of His own, they had a feeling. They was impressed by the Holy Spirit to get out away from the trouble. And it seems to me that men who are made in the image of God, feeling this great pressure coming on, should go to safety. But they don't do it. They won't listen. Though the warning voice of God speaks day after day, night after night, but man desires to live in sin. You know, it's later than we think. People think they got plenty of time, but the Scriptures declares it's later than we think. Jesus said, as it was in the days of Noah and the days of Lot, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man.
Was done for me. I don't know what I do without the Lord. Without it, I can't do nothing. Without Him, I'll surely fail. Without